Welcome to Everything Currency. This is a show where we talk about everything crypto and mo. I'm your host Jay, and today I want to talk to you guys about this overall market. But first, I want to say welcome to the new subscribers to the channel. Now, I know my subscriber base is now ranging from like the very beginners. I want to help you guys out all the way up to the very advanced. I want to talk to you guys about some good concepts. So if there's anything that you want me to talk about on the channel, go ahead and leave it in the comment box, and I'll be able to do videos and tutorials on side the normal content that I normally release and the market updates, and then we can get more content on this channel and just do it like that. So I want to talk about today about the price of Bitcoin, how Elon Musk is going crazy on Twitter, and how that doesn't really matter because we kind of see some things that always happen like this every time in a bull market. So I want to talk to you guys about that. I want to talk to you about, man, there's this shakeout that I've been talking about, that I've been feeling needed to happen. People are a little bit too bullish. Now, over this weekend, I was going out a couple places, was at the beach, talking to a couple people, and everybody's talking about crypto right now. Everybody's talking about crypto, and a lot of people think that you don't have to pay taxes on crypto and that you can avoid taxes with crypto, and that's just not true. So I'm not a financial advisor or a professional tax person, but as your friend, I would say pay your crypto taxes. It will haunt you in the long run if you don't. Dollar cost averaging, still the best strategy. Just buy over time, let it go up. If you're into the market, then you can dive deep like some of the people here. But first things first, looking at the fiat leak, this chart behind me, you see all these dots going everywhere. That's people transacting Bitcoin right now. The numbers seem crazy right now. People are selling, people are buying. Like I said, going to the Bitcoin chart, I was like, yo, long as we're above 43K, I'm still excited. And we started to dip pretty low on this weekly candle, but we got to about 43,715, and I had it at 43 and $61. So I'm like, the bottom of this candle is where I think I want it to bounce at. The very lowest I want to see it is right here, and I'm gonna get super bearish if we cross the 34. Definitely on the weekly. On the daily, we are below the 34. We had a nice bear flag, and we coming right there. So we might come a little lower. Some people are calling for like a $40,000 Bitcoin, which would kind of complete a little pattern that we kind of see here, coming down and maybe bouncing off the top of here. But like I said, for me, 43 is my number for now. The RSI is showing that we might start to bounce there a little bit, but I think the shakeout will still continue a little bit more, especially with things like, the richest men in the world talking crap about Bitcoin, which, is kind of okay. Now, I mentioned Planb. Now, most traders, they don't really pay attention to the news. They don't got time for that because they're too busy looking at charts. And they say, show me the chart and I'll tell you the news. Now, Planb was talking about, the relative strength index is calling for the typical middle of the bull run drop. If you look at this chart right here, you can see back here in 2013 to 2014, there was a nice drop in the RSI. You can see right here 2017 to 2018, nice drop in the middle of the bull run, and then same thing happening right now, a nice drop in the bull run. Now he's basing all his information on the stock to flow. So yeah, basically that's what he's calling for, saying that we're right in the middle, and he's been on point with his calls and his charts since I've been in crypto, so I tend to pay attention when he says something. Now, me personally, I'm into a lot of altcoins. I started to limit my altcoin exposure when I started to feel like we're having too much euphoria and that there might have been a shakeout. But here is the Bitcoin dominance chart right here. So it's spiked up a little bit. We've seen a nice dip in these altcoins, and now people are saying, hey, some of these larger caps are going to start to take off even more. Ethereum, Solana, Luna, some of those coins like that. But right here on, let me change this to the daily. Right here on the daily, we can see that Bitcoin dominance hit this resistance line that I put in the last video at 40%, and then it might still go up a little bit and just kind of create a bear flag and keep going down. That's what I'm thinking, because so many people are excited about altcoins over Bitcoin right now. But I do think Bitcoin is going to have some type of spike up. I know for me, Bitcoin hits right here at 43, then I'm going to buy this dip, especially if it goes below that, then I'm going to buy this dip. Now, about buying the dip, a lot of people say, man, we're not rich, we can't just keep buying all these dips all over the place. Well, this is why you gotta have not all your money, and you should always have money on the sidelines. So this is why you should always have money on the sidelines in cryptocurrency. If you have an overall portfolio of, say, $10,000, for easy math, you have $10,000. Okay, 8,000 of it is in some cryptos right now, 2,000 of it sitting in stable coins, so that when these dips happen, when I suffer dips in my other coins, I can buy these dips that recover quickly and try to make back more of my gains quickly. It's a little bit more of an advanced strategy, but it's something that I use and that a lot of people can use in order to make sure that they recoup, their overall portfolio value if there is a major dip like something. Looking at this Bitcoin chart right here, what's pretty interesting to me is this. If we go to the weekly, we see this is a nice bearish engulfing candle. See how this candle right here is eating up these two green candles right here. So that's why I feel like we might see more downside in Bitcoin's price a little bit. Hopefully we just range sideways, and that will be okay with me. Now, I'm just ready for whichever way the market goes. Altcoins are looking pretty ugly on the USD side, but the thing is, Bitcoin is kind of on the dip. So when you go and look at the prices versus Bitcoin, you get a little bit more green in the last couple of hours. So when you're trading, definitely trade against Bitcoin right now. So looking at the total too, we can see that we are still actually looking pretty good, although it feels nasty, it feels ugly if you're in a lot of altcoins and the portfolio has had an ugly week for these altcoin bags, or at least an ugly last 2 days. But we are bouncing on this red level here. This is support right here. We have not gone below the 34 moving average on the daily chart, so we are looking okay there as far as continuing up. It's just all about being patient at this point. It's all about being patient. We don't really know what the market is going to do. We are acting a little bit irrational right now, and that's because there's a nice influx of new people coming into this market right now. And the newer you are to this market, then the easier that the psychology of this market is going to take advantage of you. The easier that you're going to fall for a lot of these things. A lot of people jump in for the pumps. You know what I mean? They leave when it dumps. So the psychology of this market is really playing out because there's a lot more new people here, and that's why I wanted to start bringing up the fear and greed index again. Now, for a while, I was saying, look, there's like nothing but crypto people in this market right now, and people who've been in crypto for a long time. If you've been here for like over a year or two, then you kind of understand a lot about this market. You understand tokens in general. You understand how tokens and coins are different from each other, and you understand how Bitcoin might not even succeed, but tokens might succeed, and how, you just understand more about this market. So everybody who's been here for a while is extremely bullish long term. But if you're new, you kind of go based on these prices. If you came in October, if you've been here since, coronavirus hit, then all you know is up. But this fear and greed index, I stopped talking about it. But now that there's new people in here, this is going to start becoming more valuable, because we can see that all the new people might be getting scared, getting fearful, while you have people like Planb who've been here for a while who say, hey, this is just the mid-cycle dip. It is what it is. I'm sure the guy has, probably billions of dollars in Bitcoin right now, and if the price of Bitcoin goes down like 2%, he probably loses millions, and he's not tripping, but the new people who maybe have, who cares how much they have, but the new people are going to be a little bit more, scared and susceptible to this fear and greed index. Now, in the last bull market and even in the bear market, we would buy based on this. So for me, what I would say is, when there's fear in the market, I'm going to have FOMO. I'm going to have fear of missing out. I'm going to buy this fear, and then when I have greed, I'm going to get greedy and take my profit. How everybody else looks like this is hey, the market is extremely fearful, and eventually it's going to have to go the other way. So this is where you buy, this is where you sell. Your psychology is telling you, though, that, hey, this is where you sell at because the price is dipping. You don't want to lose more money. This is where most people and most of the new investors are going to sell at. When it's a green over here, you know, when Dogecoin is 70 cents and everybody thinks it's going to be $1, they want to buy, you know, but when it's 50 cents and they think it's going to 40 cents, they don't want to buy. So for me, we hit extreme fear, get fearful of missing out, have FOMO when we're over here in the green, get greedy and take your profit. That's just how I look at, you know, the fear and greed index, which is becoming, like I said, more valuable as more new investors come into the market. So I know the video was a little bit all over the place. I'm trying to explain some things about this market, not talking about any altcoins today, just being ready for what's coming up next. So let me know what you guys think about the video. Got some new altcoins I'm going to talk about next week. Gonna do a live stream. Finally got that settled out. So like the video, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, peace.